called to heaven, crushed at the gate, sharpen their knives, all my mistakes. What she done, you can't give it a name. You gotta make it rain, make it rain. Yeah.
Mr. Jones, of the Manor Farm, locked the hen houses for the night, but he was too drunk to remember to shut the pothole. With the ring of light from his lantern dancing from side to side, he lurched across the yard, drew himself a last glass of beer from the barrel on the scullery, and fell asleep in his armchair alongside Mrs. Jones.
As soon as the lights went out, there was a stirring and fluttering throughout the farm.
Word got round during the day that old Major,
The
prize
middle white boar,
had had a strange dream the previous night and wished to communicate it to the
Other
other animals.
Comrades, you have heard already about the strange dream that I had last night, but I will come to the dream later. I have something else to say first. I do not think, comrades, that I shall be with you for many months longer, and before I die, I feel it my duty to pass on to you such wisdom as I have acquired. I have had a long life. I've had much time for thought, and I think I may say that I understand the nature of life on this earth as well as any animal now living. It is about this that I wish to speak to you. Now, comrades, what is the nature of this life of ours? Well, let us face it. Our lives are miserable, laborious, and short. We are born. We are given just so much food as will keep the breath in our bodies. Those of us who are capable of it are forced to work to the last atom of our strength, and the very instant that our usefulness has come to an end, we are slaughtered with hideous cruelty. No animal is free. The life of an animal is misery and slavery. That is the plain truth. But is this simply a part of the order of nature? Is it because this land of ours is so poor that it cannot afford a decent life to those who dwell upon it? No, comrades, 1,000 times no. Why, then, do we continue in this miserable condition? It is because nearly the whole of the produce of our labour is stolen from us by human beings. There, comrades, is the answer to all our problems. It can be summed up in a single word. Man! Man is the only real enemy we have. Remove man from the scene and the root cause of hunger and overwork is abolished forever. Man is the only creature who consumes without producing. He does not give milk. He does not lay eggs. He is too weak before the plough, cannot run fast enough to catch rabbits, and yet he is the lord of all the animals. He sets them to work, gives back to them the bare minimum that will prevent them from starving, and the rest he keeps for himself. Is it not crystal clear, then, comrades, that all the evils of this life of ours spring from the tyranny of human beings? Only remove man from the scene, and the produce of labour would be our own. Almost overnight we could become rich and free. What then must we do? Why, work night and day, body and soul, for the overthrow of the human race. That is my message to you, comrades. Revolution! Now, I do not know when the revolution will come. It might be in a week or in 100 years, but I know that sooner or later justice will be done. Fix your eyes on that, comrades, throughout the short remainder of your lives. And above all, pass on this message of mine to those who come after you, so that future generations shall carry on the struggle until it is victorious. And remember, comrades, your resolution must never falter. No argument must lead you astray. Never listen when they tell you that man and the animals has a common interest, that the prosperity of one is the prosperity of the other. It is all lies. Man serves the interest of no creature except himself. And amongst us animals, oh, let there be perfect unity, perfect comradeship in the struggle. All animals are comrades! And now, comrades, I will tell you about my dream last night. Oh, I cannot describe that dream to you. It was a dream of the earth as it will be when man has vanished. But it reminded me of something I had long forgotten. Many years ago, my mother used to sing an old song of which she knew only the tune and the first 3 words. I had known that tune in my infancy, but it had long since passed out of my mind. Last night, however, it came back to me in my dream, and what is more, the words of the song also came back. Words, I am certain, which were sung by animals of long ago and have been forgotten for generations. It is called Beasts of England. Beasts of England, beasts of Ireland, beasts of every land and clime, hearken to my joyful tidings of the golden future time. I have little more to say. I merely repeat, remember always your duty of enmity towards man and all his ways. Whatever goes upon 2 legs is an enemy. Whatever goes upon 4 legs or has wings is a friend. And remember also that in fighting man we must not come to resemble him. Even when you have conquered him, do not adopt his vices. No animal must ever live in a house or sleep in a bed or wear clothes, or drink alcohol or smoke tobacco or touch money or engage in trade. All the habits of man are evil. And above all, let no animal ever tyrannize over his own kind. Weak or strong, clever or simple, we are all brothers. No animal must ever kill any other animal. All animals are equal.
3 days later, old Major died peacefully in his sleep.
During the next 3 months, there was much secret activity.
The work of teaching and organising everybody was done by the pigs.
Who were the cleverest of the animals?
The 3 most important pigs were
Snowball, Napoleon,
and
Squealer,
who began to develop a system of thought based on what Old Major said. They called it
Animalism.
And then there was Moses, the tame raven, who was Mr. Jones's special pet.
Yeah, gather round, brothers and sisters. We're all gonna live on Sugar Candy Mountain. Up there, friends, up there, on the other side of those dark clouds, lies Sugar Candy Mountain, that happy country where we poor animals shall rest forever from our labours. After we die, I say after we die, we're going to live in that land where it's Sunday, 7 days a week, where clover is in season all year round, and where lump sugar and linseed cake grows on the hedges.
And of late, Mr. Jones had taken to drinking more than was good for him, so that he sat all day in his chair in the kitchen, reading the newspaper and neglecting the animals.
Napoleon. Comrades,
so far!
And silence for Comrade Snowball.
Comrades, during the past year, we have taught ourselves to read and write, and we have succeeded in reducing the principles of animalism to 7 commandments, which from now on will form the law by which we all shall live. The 7 commandments are as follows. Number 1. Whatever goes upon 2 legs is an enemy.
Whatever goes upon 2 legs is an enemy.
2. Whatever goes upon 4 legs or has wings is a friend.
Whatever goes upon 4 legs or has wings is a friend.
3. No animal shall wear clothes.
No animal shall wear clothes.
4. No animal shall sleep in a bed.
No animal shall sleep in a bed.
5. No animal shall drink alcohol.
No animal shall drink alcohol.
6. No animal shall kill any other animal.
No animal shall kill any other animal.
And 7. All animals are equal.
All animals are equal.
Now, comrades, to the hayfield. Let's make it a point of honor to get in the harvest more quickly than Jones and his men could ever.
What's going to happen to all of that milk? Jones used to mix some of it in our food.
Never mind the milk, comrades. That will be attended to. The harvest is more important. Comrade Boxer will lead the way. I shall follow in a few minutes. Forward, comrades!
So the animals trooped down to the hayfield to begin the harvest.
And when Molly came back in the evening,
Where's the milk gone?
Molly, the white mare who drew Mr. Jones's trap.
Will there still be sugar now that the revolution has happened?
I know we have no means of making sugar on the farm. Besides, you will not need sugar. You'll own all oats and oat cake you could ever want.
And shall I still be allowed to wear ribbons?
Comrade, those ribbons that you were so devoted to are the badge of slavery. Can you not understand that liberty is worth more than ribbons?
But can't I keep this pretty blue ribbon that I found at the farmhouse?
Ribbons should be considered as clothing to the mark of a human being.
Boxer, the cart horse. His personal motto.
I will work harder.
What happened to the milk? And what's going to happen to the apples from the orchard that you said are for your use only?
Squealer!
Comrades, I hope you do not think we pigs are doing this out of a spirit of selfishness or privilege. Well, many of us actually dislike milk and apples. I mean, I dislike them myself. Our sole object in taking these things is to preserve our health. Milk and apples, and this has been proven by science, comrades, by science, contain substances absolutely necessary to the well-being of a pig. We pigs are the brain workers. The whole management, organisation of this farm depends on us, day and night. We are watching over your welfare. It is for your sake that we drink the milk and we eat the apples. Do you know what's happened if we pigs fail in our duties? Jones would come back. Surely, comrades, there is no one among you who would want Jones back.
So what happened at the meeting?
Why weren't you there?
I was working hard at getting the harvest in. I forgot about the meeting. I didn't realise you'd all gone.
Well, that's a pity. You will just have to try and be on time in the future.
Molly.
Clover, the mare, Boxer's workmate.
So tell me what happened. Did Comrade Napoleon speak?
No, Squealer did.
And what did he say? Please, you must tell me.
Molly asked about the milk and apples which the pigs are keeping for themselves.
And the lumps of sugar from the
And
farmhouse.
Squealer said that the pigs need those things to help them run the farm better.
Is that true?
No, of course it isn't. It's absolute rubbish.
No, really. Is that what Squealer said?
Yes, if they don't have the milk and the apples, then they won't be able to think properly, and then
sugar.
Oh, we don't want that.
And he let me wear pretty ribbons.
No, so we all agreed it'd be best if all the milk and the apples were saved for the pigs.
One blue, one red, one green.
Do you think that's right, Clover?
Well, everyone agreed, so it must be.
Was Comrade Napoleon there?
Yes.
And did he agree?
Yes, he asked Scrooge to speak in the first place.
Oh, well, if Comrade Napoleon says it, it must be right.
Honestly, Boxer, you are so stupid. Why do you have to agree with everything he says?
Well, he's the cleverest animal on the farm, is he not? So he must...
So, who says so? Moses is clever. Benjamin is clever. Mrs. Jones is clever. She used to let me wear ribbons all the time.
Oh, Molly, stop going on about your ribbons. You looked stupid in them anyway.
I did not. I'm not silly. At least I'm better at reading and writing than you are, Clover, and you, Boxer.
Boxer works harder than any of us. He does not have time to learn to read and write.
How much of your ABC can you say, Boxer? I bet you can't get as far as I can. I can get up to M, which starts my name.
I can say a bit.
Go on then. Let's hear it.
A, B, C.
There you are, see?
Give him a chance. Let him think.
A, B, C.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Molly! Molly!
Comrades, since some of you have had difficulty in learning to read and write, we have decided to reduce the commandment of animalism to a single, easily remembered maxim. 4 legs good, 2 legs bad.
4 legs good, 2 legs bad.
Can a sheep remember it?
4 legs good, 2 legs bad.
Early in October, news arrived that Jones
And all his men
were coming up the track that led to the farm. Snowball
Who had studied the whole book of Julius Caesar's campaigns?
gave his orders quickly.
Comrades, the enemy has been defeated. We have won a great victory. However, let us not forget in this joyful occasion that every animal must be ready to die for Animal Farm is easy.
Molly, I have something very serious I need to say to you.
It has been decided, comrades, to create a military decoration, Animal Hero, first class, which we confer on Snowball and Boxer for their valiant effort in the Battle of the Cowshed.
This morning, I saw you looking over the hedge at the end of the long meadow. There was a man standing on the other side of the hedge. And it was a long way away, but I'm almost certain I saw this. He was talking to you, and you were allowing him to stroke your nose. What does that mean, Molly?
He didn't. I wasn't. It isn't true.
Molly, look me in the face. Do you give me a word of honor that the man was not stroking your nose?
It isn't true. 3 days later, Molly disappeared.
No one had heard anything of her until a few days later 2 pigeons reported.
I saw her. Between the stars with smart trap painted red and black outside a pond. That red-faced man was stroking her nose and feeding her with sugar. She wore a scarlet ribbon round her forelock. She looked as if she was enjoying herself.
None of the animals ever mentioned Molly again.
That's all very well, Comrade Snowball, but I still maintain that sowing a bigger acreage of oats will serve us better through the winter, and that the soil on the hillside is more suitable for root vegetables.
Another meeting, another argument between Napoleon and Snowball.
Comrade, you still haven't heard the best part of my plan yet.
Oh yes, what's that?
The building of a windmill.
A what?
A machine operated by the wind which could generate electricity and make life easier for all of us. The small hill in the long pasture is the highest point of the farm, right? After surveying the ground, I decided that it's the best place to build a windmill, which could operate a dynamo and supply the farm with electrical power. This could be used to light our stalls and keep them warm in the winter. It can also run circular saw, half cutter, mangle slicer, and electrical milking machine. Our farm is old-fashioned, and we have only primitive machinery. The power of a windmill can make our life so much easier and leave us free to pursue our noble task.
Well, Comrade, how do we feel about Snowball's plan?
We shall have to quarry stone and build walls, find cables, make the dynamos. But I calculate that the whole thing could be finished in a year. And after that, comrades, so much labor will be saved that we will only need to work 3 days a week.
And I say that the year would be better spent increasing food production. That is our greatest need. If we waste time building a windmill, we will all starve to death.
Vote for Napoleon and the full name.
Let us not argue. Let us vote on the matter and abide by the decision of the majority. Now, I think that this windmill idea is a piece of nonsense, and I advise you all to vote against it.
Let us rid ourselves of the chains of sordid labor. Electricity can do that for us. Just picture our lives with the wonders of science that freed us from our daily toil. The windmill will operate threshing machines, plows, harrows, rollers, reapers. Besides supplying every stall with light, hot and cold water, and a heater. Let us move forward, comrades, to an age of true freedom. Let us forge the future of animal farm in the white heat of technology.
From now on, comrades, the weekly meetings will come to an end. They are unnecessary and a waste of time. In future, all questions relating to the working of the farm will be settled by a special committee of pigs presided over by myself. These meetings will be held in private. You will assemble once a week to be given your orders. But there will be no more debates. Minimus, you young porker, come with me.
Surely, comrades, you all appreciate the sacrifice that Comrade Napoleon has made in taking this extra labor upon himself. Do not imagine, comrades, that leadership is a pleasure. On the contrary, it is a deep and heavy responsibility. No one believes more than Comrade Napoleon that all animals are equal. He would be only too happy to let you make your own decisions, comrades. But sometimes you might make the wrong decisions. And then where would we be? Suppose you had chosen to follow Snowball, this moonshine of windmills. Snowball, who we now know was nothing more than a criminal.
He fought bravely in the Battle of the Cowshed.
Bravery is not enough. Loyalty and obedience are more important. And as the Battle of the Cowshed, well, I'm sure the time will come when we shall find that Snowball's part in it was very much exaggerated. Discipline, comrades. Iron discipline. That is the watchword of today. One false step, and and our enemies would be upon us. Surely, comrades, you do not want Jones back? Very well, then. Let Comrade Napoleon's dedication be a shining example to you all. After all, was it not he who said, all the habits of man are evil, and above all, no animal must tyrannize over his own kind?
If the holding of the meetings means that Jones can come back, then there must be no more meetings. Napoleon says it, so it must be right.
Oh, he does, comrade. He does. And one more thing. Comrade Napoleon has decided to go ahead with the plan to build the windmill. Now, this will require a difficult task. It will require a special effort from all of you, as we will have to continue running the farm during its construction. I can understand your surprise, comrades, but the truth is, Napoleon has never been opposed to the building of a windmill. In fact, the idea was his own creation in the first place, and Snowball stole it, only to make himself seem cleverer in your eyes.
Why then did Napoleon speak so strongly against it at the meeting?
Ah, now that was Comrade Napoleon's cunning. He appeared to oppose the windmill, only to get rid of Snowball, who was a dangerous character and a bad influence. With him gone, we can now get on with the job. That, comrades, is what is known as tactics. Tactics, comrades. Tactics.
Napoleon is always right.
We'll work a 60-hour week. And in future, there will be work on Sunday afternoon as well. This work will be strictly voluntary, of course. But any animal not reporting for work will have his rations cut by half. In addition, comrades, Animal Farm will begin to engage in trade with the neighboring farm. Not, of course, for any commercial purpose, but simply to obtain essential materials such as oil, nails, string, and iron for the horse's hooves. I am therefore making arrangements to sell a stack of hay to the neighboring farm. You should welcome this contribution towards the building of the windmill complex. And have no fear, there will be no need for any of you to come into contact with human beings, which would be most undesirable. I shall take that burden upon myself and make all the arrangements.
Here, Benjamin, the donkey. Here, didn't we pass a resolution some time back about not having nothing to do with human beings and not engaging in trade?
I don't remember that.
And about money. We're not supposed to handle money.
I don't remember that. Benjamin, stop being so miserable. Aren't you happy now that Jones is gone?
I don't see anything to laugh at. Donkeys live a long time. None of you has ever seen a dead donkey. God gave me a tail to keep the flies off, but I'd sooner have no tail and no flies.
I think Benjamin may be right. I seem to remember on that historic night when old Major first spoke to us that he mentioned something about money.
Look, Clover, I don't remember anything about that. I've told you before, don't listen to Benjamin. He's a nice enough fellow and he gets his work done all right, but he's always going around the place looking gloomy.
Yes, I know, but he's often right about things. He's older than the rest of us. He can remember everything, and he can read much better than you or I can.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, nothing, really.
I work as hard as I possibly can. I get up an hour early every morning and I often work in the evening. We need to get this windmill finished. I don't have time to learn to read or write. It's what you're best at, the couch.
Yes, of course, Boxer. Nobody works harder than you do, and we all respect you for it. I didn't mean to upset you. I believe in the revolution and everything that Comrade Napoleon works for. As much as you do, it's just that sometimes things don't seem to happen the way the old Major said they would.
You mustn't think about it too hard, Clover. You must trust Napoleon. He knows best.
I'm sure you're right.
Penny for them, Comrade Boxer.
Clover and I were just discussing Comrade Napoleon's speech on trade.
Oh, and what conclusion did you come to?
Oh, that he's right, of course. It's just, you know old Benjamin. You know how he gets. He seems to think we passed some resolution of not talking to humans or trading with them. And Clover...
Yes?
I thought he may be right.
Are you sure this is not something you have dreamed, Comrade? You merely imagine you passed these resolutions because of the lies spread by the traitor Snowball. Have you any proof of them? Are they written down anywhere? No, of course they aren't. So, let us leave Comrade Napoleon to worry about these things.
There you are. You see? Napoleon is always right. If he thinks we should sell things, then that's what we should do.
Yes, I know. But I'm sure it's not a good idea to have anything to do with human beings. Major did warn us about that, and what he said then should guide us in what we do now.
Well, he's not here anymore, and if he was, he'd agree with Napoleon.
We'll never know that.
No, of course not.
But Benjamin does have a good memory.
Oh, don't get me started on him again.
Have you ever seen a dead donkey?
Indeed.
I'd sooner have no flies and no tails.
All the time. I don't know what he's talking about. If you ask me, all that thinking has made him soft in the head.
But I'm not asking you, I'm just saying I think he may be right.
Maybe, might. I'm not sure. You're just as bad as he is talking in riddles. Come on, back to work. That'll solve everything.
Oh, Boxer.
I've seen them.
What?
I said I've seen them.
Who?
Napoleon, Squealer, and all the other pigs. They've moved into the farmhouse. They're living there.
I don't believe you.
But it's true, I tell you. I looked through the kitchen window, and there was Squealer, sitting in a chair with his legs up on the table, reading a newspaper.
I simply don't believe you.
I saw it, and all the other pigs were sitting around the table munching apples and drinking milk.
Are you sure?
Of course, I'm sure. I know what I've seen.
Well, I think that's going a bit too far. Don't you, Boxer?
Well, maybe they need to be in the farmhouse, so that...
But that's not all. 2 of the pigeons flew past the upstairs window of the farmhouse yesterday, and you'll never guess what they saw. Go on then, tell them what you saw.
In the big room where Mr. and Mrs. Jones used to sleep, in the big bed, Napoleon was stretched out on the bed, fast asleep, and snoring very loudly.
There, you see?
How could you have seen all this if you just flew past the window?
I did not only fly past, Comrade, I perched on the windowsill, and we had a good look.
And saw Napoleon asleep in the bed and heard him snoring.
Yes, Comrade, the window was open.
Well, when was this?
About 2 hours ago, Comrade.
Napoleon needs to rest. He works very hard for all of us. He'd probably been working late last night and got a bit tired.
But he was sleeping in a bed.
Well, so
The
what?
4th commandment.
What?
Yes, of course, Boxer Benjamin's right. The 4th commandment says no animal shall sleep in a bed. So if Comrade Napoleon is sleeping in one, then it's only right that we should tell the others.
I don't know about that.
Stop being so stubborn, Boxer.
Well, you leave me out of it. I don't want to cause any trouble. I just want to get on with my work. You can talk to them, Clover, if you like. Nobody ever listens to me. You bring it up at the next meeting.
I'm not very good at talking in front of all the others. Benjamin, it'd be best if you do it.
No, they'll listen to you. If you start it off, I'll support you.
You be careful, Clover. Don't get yourself mixed up in something that might upset
Benjamin, read the 4th commandment.
It says, no animal shall sleep in a bed with sheep.
So, comrades, you have heard that we pigs are now sleeping in beds farmhouse? Well, why not? Sure, you never thought there was ever a ruling against beds. A bed is merely a place to sleep. A pile of straw in a stall is a bed, properly regarded. The ruling was against sheets, which are a human invention. We have removed the sheets from the farmhouse beds and now sleep between the blankets. And very comfortable they are too, but not more comfortable than we need, I can tell you, comrades, what with all the thinking we have to do nowadays. You would not have us too tired to carry out our duties. Surely, you do not want Jones back? Well,
No, comrade.
very well then. Because he will come back, comrades, if we are not left to get on with our work in peace and quiet. Oh, one more thing, comrades. From now on, we will be getting up an hour later in the mornings. Okay?
There you are. You see, I told you not to meddle.
November came with strong winds and torrential rain. Suddenly there came a night when the gale was so violent. The main buildings rocked on their foundations and several cars were blown off the roof of the barn. In the morning, when the animals woke up, a terrible sight met their eyes.
Comrades, do you know who has done this? Do you know the enemy who has come in the night and overthrown our windmill? Snowball! Snowball has done this thing to set back our plans and avenge himself for his ignominious expulsion. The traitor has crept in under the cover of the night and destroyed our work of nearly a year. Here and now, comrades, I pronounce the death sentence upon Snowball, animal hero, second class, to any animal who brings him to justice.
No more delays! There is work to be done. This very morning, we begin rebuilding the windmill. We will build all through the winter, rain or shine. We will teach this miserable traitor that he cannot undo our work so easily. Remember, comrades, there must be no alteration in our plans. They shall be carried out to the dead. Forward, comrades! Long live the windmill! Long live Animal Farm!
Long live Animal Farm!
He visits the farm at night. I've seen him.
Snowball, of course. He must have sold all that corn that went missing 2 days ago.
Yes, I've broken all those eggs, which are ready for the market.
He's taken the keys of the store shed and thrown it down the well.
He stole the apples from the orchard.
He's broken windows
And destroyed fences.
poisoned the milk, blocked the drains,
Uprooted the crop.
throttled the chicken.
And generally proven himself to be the swine that he always was. Comrades, a most terrible thing has been discovered. Snowball was in league with Jones right from the start. He has been Jones's secret agent this whole time. It's been revealed to us in secret documents that he left behind and which have only just been uncovered. To my mind, comrade, this explains a great deal. After all, did we not all see how, fortunately without success, he attempted to get us defeated and destroyed at the Battle of the Cowshed.
I don't believe that. Snowball fought bravely at the Battle of the Cowshed. I saw him myself. Did we not give him an animal hero first class immediately afterwards?
That was our mistake, comrade, for we now know, it is all written in the secret documents which we have found, that in reality he was attempting to lure us to our doom.
But he was wounded. We all saw him running with blood.
That was all part of the arrangement. I will show it to you in his own writing, were you able to read it, but you can't, and so I won't. He would have succeeded, too, had it not been for the valiant effort of our leader, Comrade Napoleon. Do you not remember how, just as when Jones and his men got inside the yard, Snowball turned and fled, and many animals joined him? And do you not remember, too, that when panic was spreading and all seemed lost, Napoleon leapt forth with a defiant cry of "Death to humanity!" and sunk his teeth into Jones's leg? Surely you remember that, comrades.
I don't believe that Snowball was a traitor in the beginning. What he has done since is different. But I believe that at the Battle of the Cowshed, he was a good comrade.
Our leader, Comrade Napoleon, has stated categorically, comrade, that Snowball was Jones's agent right from the beginning. Yes, from even before the revolution was ever thought of.
That's different. If Napoleon says it, it must be right.
That is the true spirit, comrade. I warn every animal on this farm to keep their eyes wide, for we have reason to believe that some of Snowball's agents are lurking among us at this very moment.
And we shall seek out those traitors in our midst. They will confess their crimes and be punished accordingly. Have you anything to confess?
We have secretly been in touch with Snowball ever since his expulsion.
We collaborated with him to destroy the windmill.
And we're planning to help him hand over Animal Farm to a neighbouring farm.
And?
Snowball admitted to us that he'd been Jones's secret agent for 4 years.
Does any other animal have anything to confess?
Snowball persuaded me to steal corn and hand it over to him.
The Snowball visited us at night and encouraged us to poison the drinking water.
Snowball came to me in a dream, and he told me to disobey your orders.
I don't understand it. I never would imagine something like this would happen on our farm. It must be due to some fault we have in ourselves. The solution, as I see it, we need to work harder.
By special decree of Comrade Napoleon, Beasts of England has been abolished. It is now forbidden to sing it.
Why?
It's no longer needed, comrade. Beasts of England was the song of the Revolution, but the Revolution is now completed. The execution of the traitors was the final step. In Beasts of England, we expressed our longing of a better society in the days to come, but that society has been established. Clearly, it it no longer serves any purpose. In its place, the poet Minimus has composed a new song, one which begins.
Animal farm, never through me shall thou come to harm.
The tune's not the same somehow.
The sixth commandment, no animal shall kill any other animal. Benjamin, read me the sixth commandment.
No.
Oh, please, it's important.
No, I read you the fourth one last time and that didn't help.
But I'm sure I'm right this time. I can remember seeing Snowball write it up there.
Who?
Snowball? You remember it? It comes after no animal shall drink alcohol. I've said it to myself often enough. Please read it for me. After what happened, I'm very confused now. And Comrade Napoleon is always right.
No animal shall kill any other animal without cause.
Friend of the fatherless, fountain of happiness, Lord of this world again. Oh, how my soul is on fire when I gaze at that. How much command the eye, like the sun in the sky. Comrade Napoleon! Now I'm the giver of all that creatures love, who barely twice a day fresh straw to roll upon. Every beast, great or small, sleeps at peace in their stall. Thou watchest over all, Comrade Napoleon! I am certain pay, ere he had grown as big, even as a pint bottle or a rolling pin. He should have learnt to be faithful and true to thee. Yes, his first squeak should be Comrade Napoleon!
Please inform our leader, Comrade Napoleon, that the windmill is now finished.
It is fitting that on this historic day we should proclaim that Animal Farm is now a republic.
And our leader, Comrade Napoleon, has been elected unanimously as its first president. A new decoration has been created, the Order of the Green Banner, and its first recipient shall be Comrade Napoleon.
We have won a great victory, comrades, and are now truly our own masters. The building of the windmill, which will be marked by an anniversary each year, serves to remind us that through our own effort, we can control our destiny. But this wonderful effort should not give rise to complacency. The struggle must go on. We must work even harder. The windmill will not be used to generate electricity, but to grind corn, which should yield a handsome profit. We will build another windmill complex, and when that one is finished, we shall install the dynamos. But the changes to take a Snowball, who, as we all know, was Jones's agent before the revolution and fought on Jones's side at the Battle of the Coward. The changes which he talked about, namely electric light and heat, will not take place because they are contrary to the spirit of animism. The truest happiness lies in working hard and living frugally. Each animal will receive a special gift of a slice of apple in recognition of his effort. Forward, comrades! Forward in the name of the revolution! Long live Animal Farm!
Long live Animal Farm! And then, out of the blue, Moses returned!
Where have I been? Well, I'll tell you where I've been. I've been to Sugar Candy Mountain and seen the glory of that lovely lad. I've been high above the clouds and seen the beauty of that place where we all one day shall rest our weary limbs in everlasting peace.
Tell us about it, Moses. Tell us about it.
Don't listen to our flighty friend. It's just a load of bull. There's no such place. When you're dead, you're dead.
But our lives here are hard. We are hungry most of the time. We sleep, we work, we sleep, we work. There's no end to it.
You're right to chastise the hooper. As I was saying, comrade, Sugar Candy Mountain is more beautiful than we can ever imagine. For I have seen the everlasting fields of clover where the sun shines on, and no cloud dare show its face. I have seen the linseed cake growing on the hedges, and I am telling you, I have seen lumps of sugar hanging bunches from the trees. We're all going there, comrade. We're all going to be there together. We're all going to live on Sugar Candy Mountain. Put your hands together, comrades. Sing your hearts out. Let's hear it for Sugar Candy Mountain.
Peace of England, peace of Ireland, peace of every land and clime. Hearken to my joyful tidings of the golden future time.
Bring us the marvelous, fountain of happiness, Lord of the silver, oh how my soul is on fire when I gaze at thy calm and the blinding eye, like the sun in the sky, Comrade Napoleon. Bring up the marvelous, fountain of happiness, Lord of the silver hills, oh how my soul is on fire when I gaze at thy calm and commanding eye, like the sun in the sky, Comrade Napoleon.
What's the matter, Benjamin?
No animal shall drink alcohol to excess.
For the time being, comrades, it has been found necessary to make adjustments to your rations. From now on, every animal except pigs shall receive 2 pounds less corn a day and no carrots on Sunday. This is being done in an effort to ration our current food supplies. Remember, comrades, that a too rigid equality in rations would be contrary to the spirit of animalism. And remember, too, that in comparison to the times before the revolution, we have made enormous progress. Our working hours have been reduced by 30%. Our drinking water is of better quality. 45% more of our young ones survive infancy. Let me see. The animal literacy is up by 630%. Incidents of foot and mouth disease, foul pest and mange are down by 85%. And glanders has been almost completely eradicated. Our production of milk is up by 35.5%, of eggs 43.25%, and of wool 53.85%.
Boxer, what is it?
Comrade Boxer, I cannot tell you how distressed I am to see you like this. I have already informed Comrade Napoleon of your condition, and he has instructed me to pass on his deepest personal sympathies and his well wishes for your speedy recovery. You have always been one of the hardest workers on this farm, and at this very moment, Napoleon is arranging for you to be sent to be treated at a hospital nearby. The vet there can treat you better than we can.
In a hospital, but no animal has ever left the farm before.
Except Snowball.
We'll look after him.
Nonsense, comrade, nonsense. I understand your concern, but the plain truth is we simply do not have the facilities here if Boxer is to make a full recovery. The van will be arriving shortly to take him away.
If Boxer rests for a couple of days, I know
There
he'll be strong
is
again.
no argument. Comrade Napoleon has said quite definitely that Boxer is to go to the hospital for the good of his health.
Well, if Comrade Napoleon says it, it must be right. Thank you, Comrade. Don't worry about me. I was glad to see the windmill finished at any rate. To tell you the truth, I'm looking forward to retiring. I'd only 1 month to go anyway. I'll have time to study, to learn the rest of the alphabet. You're getting on a bit too, Benjamin. Maybe they'll let you retire so you can keep me company. You get an apple every Sunday, just like the pigs.
Fools! Fools! Do you not see what's written on the side of the van? Alfred Simmons, horse slaughterer. They're sending Boxer away to be killed.
Boxer, get taken and quickly they're taking you to your death.
Boxer was never seen again. 3 days later.
Comrades, despite receiving the best attention a horse could want, Boxer has died in the hospital. I was there during his final hours, and I can honestly say it was one of the most affecting sights I have ever seen. At the end, almost too weak to speak, he whispered to me that his sole regret was to have passed on when there was still so much work to be done. Forward, comrades, he said, forward, in the name of the revolution. Long live Comrade Napoleon. Napoleon is always right. Those were his last words.
Ideas which every animal would do well to adopt as his own comrades. Let the spirit of Boxer be a shining example to us all in the difficult times that lie ahead. He was a true son of the revolution. It is all the more shameful, therefore, that his passing should be marked by the spreading of rumors that he was being taken away to the slaughterhouse. Some of them read horse slaughterer on the side of the van and jumped to the conclusion that Boxer was being taken away to be killed. It is almost unbelievable that any animal could be so stupid. Surely you know me better than that. The explanation is really very simple. The van previously belonged to the slaughterer who sold it to the vet. Boxer died, receiving the best care that money could provide. I personally gave the order that no expense was to be spared. Unfortunately, it has not been possible to bring back our lamented comrade's remains for internment on the farm. However, I have ordered a large wreath to be made from laurels and brought down to be placed on Boxer's grave. Let us cherish his memory, comrades, in our daily lives and pledge ourselves to work harder for the prosperity of Animal Farm as a tribute to him.
And have no fear, comrade, for I know that even now, Comrade Boxer is cropping the grass on Sugar Candy Mountain and resting his weary limbs on the sunlit pastures.
Really, Moses? Is he there now?
Why, yes, indeed he is, sister, and we shall all rejoice for him. You will remember, of course, that we're going to join him after we die. I say after we die, we're going to live on sugar.
Scream up!
The latest report on the progress on the farm indicates that things are getting better all the time. Annual income has increased by 225% over the past 3 years. Our sale of timber has increased the money supply, so now 15% of all essential materials are purchased from outside the farm. In addition, the average working day has been reduced by 12% every week for the past 6 months. and leisure time has increased by 33%. Our time spent educating the young has doubled.
It seems to me that our lives are just the same as they have always been. I try hard to remember what it was like in the days before the revolution. And then again, what it was like after Jones had been expelled. Was it better than it is now? It was so long ago.
What do you mean revolution? And who is Jones? What does expelled mean? Why are you always wondering if things are better?
You're too young to know, but I swear that you should ask and I'll tell you what I can remember. The revolution happened a long, long time ago, and before it happened, a man called Jones ruled over us and treated us very badly.
What's a man?
A man is a creature who walks upon 2 legs instead of 4. Jones lived in a farmhouse.
Where the pigs live now?
Yes, and he fed us and looked after us. And overall...
My, those were fine days indeed.
Moses, old chap, did you come to the farmhouse at the last scout? There's something I want to talk to you about.
Why, thank you kindly, Comrade.
And then came that historic day when Jones was expelled from the farm and we began to rule our own lives.
Was it exciting?
Oh yes, very exciting. I can remember the thrill when we realized that we were in charge, when we had achieved perfect unity.
And did things get better?
Why, of course they did. We were free. We had more.
I can remember everything about my life, and I know that things are never much better or much worse. Let's face it, hunger, hardship, and disappointment are our law.
But we mustn't give up hope. It is, after all, an honour and a privilege to be members of Animal Farm, still the only farm in the whole country to be operated and owned by animals. The future which old Major promised us and which we should sing about is still coming. It may not happen in our lifetime, but it will happen. We feed ourselves, we work for ourselves, we serve no man. All animals are equal.
4 legs good. 2 legs better. 4 legs good. 2 legs better. 4 legs good. 2 legs better.
What are you doing?
We, comrades, spend all our time writing files and reports and minutes in memoranda.
But then you burn them.
They are of the utmost importance to the maintenance of the farm.
But what are they for? I mean, what? Benjamin, read me the commandments. Are the 7 commandments the same as they used to be? Benjamin, oh please read them for me just once more.
All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others.
And what does that mean? Benjamin, we are all equal. How can some animals be more equal than others? All the talk, all the facts, all the writing, and all the paper make everything so complicated, too complicated for me to understand. I believe in the revolution and everything that our leader, Comrade Napoleon, says, just like Foster did, and nobody worked harder than him for the cause. I remember in the early days, just after we got rid of Jones.
Hello? I said hello, it's only there. That's odd. The swarming invite says 7 p.m. for cocktails. Not a soul to be seen. Just a broken down old cart horse moaning away. Don't see what these damned pigs have to be so proud of. Hello? Name's Pilkington, from the farm next door.
Ah, yes, old boy. Shan't keep you a moment.
Good. Thought I might take a look over the old place whilst I'm waiting.
If you hang on a tick, old man, I'll give you a guiding tour myself.
Good. Must say it's looking an absolutely splendid nick. I noticed a windmill on the way in. Jolly fine achievement. All those animals working away in the fields. And working surely hard too. Amazing. Don't pamper them. That's the answer, eh? I can see I'll be able to pick up a few tips from this visit. Yes. Well, I must say I'm glad we're able to get together like this to talk about mutual problems. It's a source of great satisfaction to me that a long period of mistrust and misunderstanding has now come to an end. There was a time, not that I shared such sentiment, when the respected proprietors of Animal Farm were regarded not exactly with hostility, but shall we say, certain measure of misgiving by their neighbours. But now all such doubts have been dispelled. I hope very much that this meeting will mark the start of friendly relations between ourselves. There is no earthly reason there should be any clash of interest between pigs and human beings. Your struggles and difficulties are exactly the same as ours. I mean to say, isn't the labour problem the same everywhere? Dare say some of your workers get a bit bolshy at times, eh? Yes, well I know the problem. Just as you have your lower animals to contend with, we have our lower class. What?
Couldn't agree with you more, old boy. It's true we have had our ups and downs in the past, but hopefully all that is now at an end. The rumours that have been spread about us have been truly shocking. For instance, it's been said that we slaughter animals unnecessarily and want to stir up revolution on other farms. Nothing could be further from the truth. Our sole desire is to live at peace with our neighbours and carry on trade to our mutual advantage. We own the farm. To show our good intentions, we have decided to abolish the custom of addressing each other as comrades. Can't think of how it started in the first place anyway. Our lower animals, as you so rightly put it, Pilkington old chap, work long hours and receive less food than animals on any other farm. We are justly proud of our achievement. So, gentlemen, I offer you a toast.
Exactly, to the prosperity of Animal Farm.
No! Wrong, old boy. Wrong. It is only fitting that the farm should be known henceforth by its correct and original name. So I give you the toast as before, but in a different form. Lift your glasses, gentlemen, to the prosperity of Manor Farm.
Manor Farm!